Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the Trillion Dollar Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. This is your pre-market briefing for Monday, March 9th, 2026. Markets are starting the week with significant downside pressure in the pre-market. The major indices gap down over the weekend and volatility is sharply rising. Today's session will likely focus heavy on risk sentiment, liquidity, and how the market responds to this volatility spike as we move toward the opening bell. I track the headlines, the data, and the market levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Let's get into the mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. Okay, no Forex Factory folders today. No earnings today. No notable earnings today. So let's get into Robert Greene's daily law. Impatience is your enemy. Patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. That's an Aristotle quote. All right, daily law. Take the long view by being patient and following the process. Individual expression will flow out of you naturally. Robert Greene explains that impatience is one of the greatest obstacles to creativity and mastery. Many people want immediate recognition and quick results, which causes them to rush through the foundational learning process. When someone skips these foundational steps, they never develop the depth of knowledge required to create something meaningful. What may appear to be originality often turns out to be imitation of other people's styles. Audiences can usually sense the lack of rigor and authenticity. The true path to mastery requires patience, discipline, and willingness to spend years absorbing the techniques and conventions of your field. Over time, that dedication allows a genuine and unique voice to emerge naturally. For long-term investors, patience is one of the most powerful advantages available. Markets reward those who allow time and compounding to work in their favor. Investors who constantly chase short-term excitement often abandon strong positions too early. By maintaining patience and trusting a disciplined investment process, long-term investors allow businesses, innovation, and economic growth to compound over time. For active traders, impatience often leads to overtrading. Many traders enter positions simply because they feel the need to be involved in the market at all times. But the best traders understand that discipline often means waiting for high probability setups. Patience allows traders to avoid unnecessary risk and focus only on opportunities that align with their strategy. This is Trillion Dollar Tickers, and I'm your host, Matt Riches. All right, let's get into these pre-market levels for our $1 trillion tickers. But before we do that, let's get into these market caps of our $1 trillion tickers. The most valuable company in the world, Nvidia, $4.32 trillion, Apple, $3.78 trillion, Google, $3.60 trillion, Microsoft, $3.03 trillion, Amazon, $2.28 trillion, TSM 1.75 trillion, Meta 1.63 trillion, AVGO 1.56 trillion, Tesla 1.48 trillion, Berkshire B 1.07 trillion, y'all. All right, let's check it out. Where we got these pre-market levels, where we cooking at. You know, everything gapped down over the weekend. Pre-market Nvidia 176.03, Apple 255.15, Google 293.29, Microsoft 403, Amazon 210.02, TSM 334.33, AVGO 326.80, Meta 636.76, Tesla 390.35, Berkshire B 494.40, SPY 665, y'all. 666, matter of fact, 666.06. QQQ 593.64. So that is the gap down, y'all. Oh man, let me fix this. Let me finish with my setup for the show. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Oh, don't tell me. Let me finish setting this up. So I'm trying something new as far as the display. I don't know if it's working correctly. We'll see. But they have this thing called dual stream. So I could stream for people on their laptops and for people on their phones. I think people on their phones are going to see it as a vertical. So if you are looking on your phone vertically, let me know if it is a good view. If not, I will take it off tomorrow. But I just wanted to try that new feature that they have. So let me know. Give me 1 second, y'all. Oh man, this thing is messing up. Yeah, I'm producing my own show, so you know we working the kinks out. I wonder why I went back to that though. That'll make sense. But anyway, so we did that. Let's see. Let's check out SPX. You see that big gap down right there. SPX is at 6,672. The NAS 100 is at 24,392. All right, let's prepare for the market open, y'all. See if we got a piece of news. No, we ain't got enough time. All right, market opens in 30 seconds. Let's see. This VIX is going crazy though, y'all. The VIX is at 31. The VIX spiked up to 35.30. It's currently at 31.19. All right, so we gonna run the numbers in 10 seconds, y'all. Let's go on a 1 minute chart. Market open, market open, market open. The market is open. March 9th, 2026, 6:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Let's see, SPY's at 667. QQQ is at 595. Nvidia 176.83. Apple 256.85. Google 294.92. Microsoft 407.77. Amazon 212.10. TSM 334.38. AVGO 325.48. 326. AVGO pushing on this candle. 326.50. Meta 636.46. Tesla 392.42. Berkshire B 494.50. As you can see, all the trading dollar tickers are red, and SPY and QQQ are red. All right, let's check out the Fear and Greed Index. We are in extreme fear, y'all. Extreme fear on the Fear and Greed Index. We haven't been here for months, but we are back in extreme fear at 25, y'all. All right. Let's check out some of our other tickers. SPX is at 6,682. The NAS 100, 24,471. The Dow Jones is at 47,000, y'all, and dropping. Dow Jones ETF is at 470.40. The VIX is dropping, but it's still over 30. It's at 30 and 60 cents. The 10-year Treasury yield note is at 4.15. Gold is at 5,100 per ounce. The gold ETF is at 190 cents. The silver trust is at 76.55. The copper miners ETF is at 77.56. AMD is down to 192.33. Bitcoin is at 68,822. IBIT is at 39.05. Ethereum is back over 2,000 barely. $2,016. BMNR is at 19.36. Palantir is at 157.63. And Robinhood is at 76.50, y'all. Alright, let me fix this screen. This thing always be going back to this whenever I get an update. I gotta be more on top of that, man. I gotta check it out. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this is our 8-chart display. We have Nvidia. Top left hand corner, we have Nvidia, followed by, to the right, we have Apple, Google, and Microsoft. Underneath Nvidia, we have Amazon. To the right, we have TSM, AVGO, and Meta Platforms. All right, let's get into the news. This is Bill Clinton at his disposition.
She stated that President Clinton was her friend, not Epstein's friend. Is that accurate?
I'd say that it was accurate to say that I felt closer to her than him.
And for the record, why was that?
Because I had seen her more, and because she was very good friends with Evelyn Rothschild and his wife Lynn, whom I knew and was in regular touch with.
Man, this man is lying, y'all. This man is lying. Epstein got a picture of him in a dress as a piece of art on his damn wall. And he gonna say he closer to Maxwell. I don't think so. I think he's lying, y'all. I think he was violating them kids. Throw his ass in jail. Next, Elon Musk's net worth has surged past $800 billion, setting yet another record and widening the gap between him and the next richest by more than $500 billion, y'all. Shout out to Elon for running the bag up. Next, Goldman Sachs sent a note to investors saying, if oil prices increase by $10 and remain elevated for 3 months, U.S. year-over-year headline CPI inflation will likely rise from 2.4% in January to 3% in May. That would be terrible. That would be terrible. Speaking of, let's check out the oil stocks. Let's check out our Iran war watch list. BNO. Okay. It gapped up again. Let's put another gap on here. Okay. This thing has been running crazy, y'all. Hit an all-time high today at the open. But yeah, this thing is still running, y'all. It was up higher in the pre-market, but it's at an all-time high right now at 48. It's up 9%. This thing has been running crazy, y'all. USO, let's check it out. USO, look at that gap up. Look at that gap up, y'all. That is crazy. It's up 8%. Shout out to USO, man. Shout out to everybody that got into these. XLE next. Let's see. XLE is barely over break even at 56.60. Looks like it almost hit all-time high in the pre-market. XOP. A lot of resistance right here. But it's still trending up though. Check out XLE on the daily. Yeah, still very close to all-time highs. Alright, let's check out IEO. Looks like it's hitting all-time highs right now. Shout out to IEO for hitting all-time highs. Alright, next, check out Lockheed Martin. Check out the daily. Pulling back from hitting all-time highs on Monday. But looks like it rejected this daily level here at 676.70. Pulling back a little bit, but as long as this war is going on, it's definitely a good buy on that. Especially after that pullback from the all-time high. Next, we have Northrop Grumman. Down a little bit today. Headed toward 1%, but it's still very close to all-time highs. And long as it doesn't go under this gap, it's still definitely upside. All right, Raytheon Technology, RTX Corporation, very close to all-time highs as well. Hit all-time highs on Tuesday, and wants to head back up there. Chevron hit an all-time high on Friday, so just pull back a little bit. And ExxonMobil hit an all-time high on Monday, sold off, and looking to head back up. All right, let's check out the sectors. All the sectors are red except energy, and energy's barely green. It's probably gonna turn red right now. There it is, it's red. All sectors are currently red at 6:41 a.m. And XLY is the laggard, negative 2.34%, followed by materials and industrials, then financials. All right, let's check out the heat map. Oh, look at that, y'all. Look at that. That is quite the heat map. Yeah, I don't see much green in there, y'all. That is the heat map. All right, let's check out. Let's get back to some news here. Oh, this is pretty dope. The Young Genius, a Detroit third grader, y'all. I'm gonna play this clip.
There's an underwater country called Zealandia. It's actually the 8th continent.
That's just one of Miles Dantzler's many fun facts. At a young age, his mom and dad could tell he was gifted. He would ask questions and learn things faster than most kids his age.
I want to sing.
When he started reading words that I couldn't read or correcting me when I was reading books to him, I was like, okay, this is it.
After applying, his sharp mind landed him a spot at Mensa, the high IQ society, at just 8 years old.
I got one of the highest scores on the IQ test. It makes me really proud of myself.
Being a part of Mensa means he'll get to challenge his mind and connect with others who share similar interests.
When you guys saw that acceptance letter to Mensa, I mean, what was your initial reaction?
What was I shocked? No. If anybody deserved it, absolutely, because you know what? It was well earned and well deserved.
This gives him a lot of, opportunities to really stretch his intellect and that IQ.
His teachers say it's even inspired other students to work harder and aim higher.
Well, I think they're really excited. A couple of them were asking, like, what does it mean and how can I do it? And, I want to do that as well.
But when you set aside Miles' smarts...
I mean, he's a normal 8-year-old. He likes to play video games, play with his toys, play with his siblings, and he's just, a kind-hearted, great kid all around.
That's dope, man. We got a young genius. We got another young black genius, y'all. One of the highest IQs, the 98th percentile, y'all. Shout out to that young brother right there, man. Next, check this out. In China is always ahead of us technology-wise, but they got a new trend called a bike stroller. A baby stroller that parents can pedal while moving, compared to one that they just walking and pushing. This is way better. Y'all can go way faster. Y'all can go way faster, man. Instead of just walking a little slow. think it's a great idea. You can mix it up. Anyway, I thought this was interesting. Former Michigan football head coach Sharon Moore's felony charges dropped after a judge ruled his mistress was not a victim of stalking. Evidence presented in the court showed he was set up and the cops withheld evidence. So give him his job back then. If he's innocent, give him his job back then. Man, I remember this was headline news everywhere when this dude got arrested. Get that man his job back, man. Anyway. Okay, I got a clip from Kai Cenat. This is about less than 1 minute.
I always like cameras, but I came into live stream because I had a rough upbringing, and my escape was YouTube. My escape was gaming. My escape was content creators, right? Just watch videos all day, like escaping reality.
No, I mean, what you
and then like
cool.
Yeah, and
I've been following it from. I mean, not following it, but like I would see it on the internet from like you streaming in your room.
Yeah.
To, like you doing these crazy ass streams and like making these like cool short little commercials.
Yeah.
Actual production value.
Yeah, and I'm a part of all of that.
Yeah.
I'm the one behind the scenes putting that all together. So it's like I also want some shit where it's like, damn, bro, I wanna like when that was my escape. So when I started streaming, I came into the fact of knowing that like there's somebody out there who's gonna watch your stream that needs it as an escape from their.
It says he's making $50 million a month, y'all. That was really the point for me to play that clip, was just to salute that young brother right there making $50 million a month. Wow. Hope you putting some of that in the stock market. You should be buying a lot of shares today. Next, this is from Ebony magazine. Byron Allen just made another power move. The media mogul secured a 10.7% stake in Stars in a $25 million deal, expanding a portfolio that has already included the Weather Channel and multiple television and streaming platforms. But this isn't just about shares. It's about ownership inside a network that helps decide what stories get funded and who gets seen. For decades, black creatives have fought for space. Ownership changes the conversation. Equity means influence. Representation matters. Ownership shifts power. Salute to that brother Byron Allen, y'all. Alright. Oh, I thought this was very interesting. So, this is what Amazon did. Amazon made 2,847 engineers spent 8 months documenting every code pattern, every debugging workflow, every optimization trick, then fed it all to AI, then fired them all. They didn't just replace their workers, they made their workers build their own replacements first and package themselves for deletion. One senior engineer said, "I literally changed the AI that made me redundant." Wow, y'all. Amazon is cold-blooded, y'all. We already knew that, just based on what they've been doing to other companies, but to do it to your own employees too, Your own engineers? Man, that is cold-blooded, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. So, on Twitter, this is saying this is not true, so I take that back. I did not see this. I take it back, y'all. It's not true. Well, they have been laying off hella people. But that may not be true. I take it back. Yeah, so you know how on Twitter it'd be like it'd be having that little thing underneath to if it's not true. It actually says this is not true. But we do know Amazon laid off thousands of people, so it probably happened. Shit. I wouldn't doubt it. Look at Amazon's track record. Alright, next. That's funny though. That's funny. I didn't even read that shit earlier. Alright, next. We got Michael Jordan, y'all. He's opening up his third clinic in Wilmington, North Carolina to serve uninsured and underinsured residents. Funded by his $10 million donation. Check it out.
It's good to be home, first and foremost. That's what this clinic is about. When the families are not able to support, we're there to support. It doesn't have any money, doesn't matter. We're going to do whatever we can to support you. Because that's what happened to me. That's where I got it from. So we did it in Charlotte, and now we're going to do it here in Wilmington. Which makes it even more special because this is home. This is where I came from. And no matter how you see Michael Jordan, this is where I started. This is where I'm always going to be a part of.
He getting emotional, y'all. Mike was crying up there. He bought this building in his hometown. Now they showing him cut the ribbon. You can see it on YouTube if you're watching. You can't see it on Facebook. But that was pretty dope, y'all. Shout out to Michael Jordan giving back. Alright. I thought this was crazy right here, y'all. This is from 60 Minutes. I'm not going to play the whole thing. But check out these biological weapons that they got.
3 independent sources from different agencies tell us that undercover Homeland Security agents purchased a miniaturized microwave weapon from a complex Russian criminal network. It's classified, we didn't see it, but it has been described to us. We are told it doesn't look anything like a gun. It's designed to be concealed and small enough to be carried by a person. It is silent and doesn't create heat like a microwave oven. Our sources say the device is programmable for different scenarios and can be operated by remote control. The range of the beam is several hundred feet. It can penetrate windows and drywall. The vital components were made in Russia. Our sources say the key is not the hardware but the software. The programming shapes a unique electromagnetic wave that rises and falls abruptly and pulses rapidly.
Man, these people crazy, y'all. You could go through walls, and it's hella small. You could conceal it, smaller than a gun. Oh man, we in the future, man. That's the thing, man. Yes, we living in the future and technology is great, but it's always going to be criminals, man, that want to do some dirty stuff, man. But yeah. Oh, this is what Trump said. All right, next. Trump. Short-term oil prices will drop rapidly when the destruction of the Iran nuclear threat is over. It's a very small price to pay for the USA and world safety and peace. Only fools would think differently. President Trump. All right. Let me run the numbers. I ain't run the numbers in a minute. Trillion dollar tickers. See where we at. Oh, actually, I missed the 645. We'll do it. We'll do it tomorrow. All right. Let's go on a 10-minute chart then. SPY is down over 1%, almost 1.25% at 664.30. QQQ is down over 1% at 593. Nvidia is down almost 0.5% at 117.07. Apple is down almost 0.75% at 255.74. Google is down almost 1% at 295.84. Microsoft is down almost 1% at 405.21. Amazon is down almost 2.5% at 208.12. TSM is down over 1.25% at 334.59. AVGO is up over 0.5% at 331.63. Meta is down 2.5% at 628.93. Tesla is down over 3.25% at 383. Tesla selling off, y'all, along with everything else, but it could not hold that 400. Now that thing is dropping. Berkshire B is down almost 1% at 494.90. All right, we gotta end the show early today.
It ain't all good, but it ain't all bad either. So be thankful. Be happy. Smile. We're gonna be productive today. We will be productive today. Be happy. Y'all gonna be productive today. So just be happy.
And you know how we like to end the show. Nipsey Hussle.
It don't happen overnight. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're going to take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad. Just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day. It don't happen overnight. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you're going to take yourself on a ride that's very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work and appreciating it, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad. Just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
And that's what we do. We show up every day. We'll be back tomorrow morning in the pre-market. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yeah, it's going to be a red day today, unless you are in oil or defense. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. And let me know how that stream worked for the vertical watchers. This is my first time trying it today. I don't know how good it worked, but let me know. Peace.